Are you looking for ways to boost your credit score? Then watch this video to find out how. Now let's start about talking what a credit score is. The credit score is a points-based computer system that will give you a score based on how much credit you have and how well you maintain it. Now it's imperative to the mortgage application process because a lender is likely to do a credit check on you at decision in principle stage, which is pre-application. Now that means that the lender will decide pretty quickly if you're the kind of client that they might be willing to lend their money to. Now some lenders may credit search, and this means that the success of your application is not dependent on a credit scoring system. Now what they'll do is they'll use the personal details that you put on the decision in principle stage and pull through your credit history. This means that they can take more information and circumstance into account when making a final lending decision. Now my first tip is to register on the electoral register. The electoral register is one big register of where people lived and when. Now holding your correct address on that register can sometimes help to boost your credit score. Make sure that all your credit is registered at your current address, because that means that on the credit search, when it's conducted, your credit will pull through and it's shown that you repay that regularly. Getting your finances sorted and making sure that your monthly payments are made every single month will help to improve your payment history, which in turn will help to boost that credit score. Something that some people may find useful is a tool called budgeting, which means you create a nice big sheet full of your committed expenditure and also your luxuries as well. That does pose the question though, are there any luxuries that you'd be willing to give up in order to hit that committed expenditure every month? If so, it may be worth looking at lowering these and really focusing on that committed expenditure, the expenditure you have to pay every month. Now another good tip is to keep your credit utilisation low, which means you need to stay within that credit limit, often 25% of that limit with most creditors. What that's going to do is it's going to prove to a lender that you don't rely on any credit cards or loans. And my third tip is to keep a copy of your credit report. There are plenty of apps based out there as well, which are going to look at tracking your credit. That will give you a credit score as well, whether that be coming up or whether that be coming down as well. Now what these apps and what a credit report can do as well is to show if a county court judgment, a default or a mispayment has been registered in your name, perhaps by mistake. That isn't a regular occurrence at all. However, if you see something on your credit report or your app that tells you your credit score that doesn't seem right, please don't hesitate to get in contact with the provider of that credit or the creditor and question them. Now I hope you've enjoyed this video and I hope you've learned something as well, all about ways to boost your credit score. I look forward to seeing you next time.